Welcome back to Futamat TV. So, the last time I explained what a mapping and function mean. So I just want us to look at these two examples on mapping or a function. So, looking at the first example, let's take a look at it. We have, in this case now, A is what? You can just pause the video for 5 seconds and answer the question, but we know A is the domain here, then B is the codomain. So now, is this a function or not? That's what they're asking us to do. They said, consider the following diagrams and determine whether or not each defines a function from A to B. So look at this first question. A, B, C, they are the elements in the domain. So they are the pre-images. Now, look at this. A, the pre-image of, the image of A is X. B also has images. C as an image. Now, is this a function? Look at this now. You know, when I was explaining the definition of a function for us, I said it is a rule that assigns each element in the domain, that is giving X in the domain, capital letter X, to a unique element Y in the codomain. Now look at this. A is mapped to X. A is having an image X here. Let's take a look at B. When we notice this, we notice that B is supposed to map to a unique image. Instead, it is mapping to two images, because it is not, B is an element here. It is not giving us a unique image. So therefore, this first question is not a function. It is not a function. That is how we can identify a function. Just take note of it. The element in the domain here, they must have a pre-image, a unique pre-image, a unique image. That's just it. B is not having a unique image. That is why it is not a function. Let's consider the second question. All the elements here, all the elements in the domain, that is the pre-images, we have them here. Now look at this. Look at this. A has image X. B has an image Z. C has an image X. What do you notice about this now? You notice that A has a unique image X, B has a unique image Z, C also has a unique image X. It's not as if A is having two images or three images. A is mapped to a unique image, which is X. C is mapped to a unique image, which is X here. So, because each of the elements in the domain, they are mapping to a unique element in the codomain. So therefore, this is a function. So let's continue our example. We have two more questions. Question 3. The domain here is A, the codomain is B. Now let's take a look at this. Is this a function? You know, I tell you, each of the elements of the domain must have a unique pre-image. But if you notice this, A has a unique pre-image Z, C has a unique pre-image X, B is an element in the domain. It does not have a pre-image. Because B does not have a pre-image, so this is not a function. Each of the elements in the domain must have an image in the codomain. Let's consider this question. Okay, the domain here is A, while the codomain is B. A is having a pre-image Y. When we notice, Y is a unique pre-image of A. Look at B also. B is also having an image U. U is a unique pre-image of B. Look at this guy, C. C is having an image X and having an image Z. Okay, you can just answer this question. Is this a function? Now, when we notice this, C is not having unique images. It is having two images. It is supposed to have a unique image. So because C is distorting whatever we have here, therefore, this is not a function.